In this episode, I'm going to be listening to Ren's Insomnia. Let's get started.
What is it all for? I've asked myself that question so many times now, it's become more worn than my Reebok classics. I'm a slave to frivolous habits. Of introspection without any destination, ruminating thoughts in constant rotation. Is this what it means to be conscious? To constantly question our conscious? Despondently fall on my back horizontally. Under my bed there are monsters that visit me when I try to sleep. They're those thoughts that play on repeat, that say, Ren, you're always gonna suffer, Ren. You're always gonna suffer. And I boomerang between optimism and pessimism so much that my sanctuary could be a prison. What blinds me could give me vision, and what finds me is this indecision of what to do with these questions. Is there purpose? Is there God? And if there is God, then God, why do I feel like this, God? Are we not sculpted in your image? And if so, do you feel that pain? Unrelinquishing pain, like my brain got put under a Bunsen burner and torched until the membranes became flame. I hate not sleeping. I
don't mean to stop this. I wanted to keep going. It's so sad, especially knowing everything that he was going through during the time and making of this. But I wanted to point out the appreciation that I have for the way that this started with the nice piano. We had two different piano tracks, one kind of with the main rhythm and then one with a little bit higher end. I kind of went back a little bit to re-listen to that again, which is nice. We get this wonderful, ethereal, I like saying that word, ambiance, because we hear his voice. There's a little bit of a reverb. So it's almost like he is talking into an empty room or even a church. And then we get the piano is help accompanying that kind of in the background, as if we were to walk into a church and witness this person from a distance talking to God and just hearing this music all around. And then I love the way that he brought in the bass and the beat, and it changed a little bit. And then we changed from the piano to an electric guitar. It just was a great transition. It still kept with that same feeling, but it was just a beautiful way to transition this. So let's see.
Scott.
Yes, we hear. We kind of get the deeper piano, lower piano keys here on the left, and we get the higher end piano keys over here on the right, which gives us this nice separation. But it's not equal. It almost feels like I've got. Let me just see.
Feel like this, God.
Yeah, the lower keys we kind of get in the center and the left. I feel like it's more towards the front. And for the higher end piano keys, they're off to the distance, kind of to the back side. It's not perfectly in the right ear, but it's kind of towards the right and back, which just, again, gives this nice separation as if we were walking in and witnessing this.
Are we not sculpted in your image? And if so, do you feel that pain? Unrelinquishing pain, like my brain got put under a Bunsen burner and torched until the membranes became flame. I hate not sleeping. I like the weekend because other people don't sleep either.
God, I'm sorry to stop right in the middle of him talking. The bass in this, the guitar, the bass instrument, not the actual bass of drums, is really deep and low, and it just gives this great weight to the song, because this is a heavy song. The way it comes in, that punch just gives us the weight, and it just gets even deeper as it carries out.
Came flame. I hate not sleeping. I like the weekend because other people don't sleep either. Mindless TV shows irritate me, but they're my messiah, because I can become brain dead, wasted, lost in trails of dry saliva. But I'm a survivor, a child of destiny. But this night has been testing me. Question the mess that's progressing, undressing me, stripping me naked and stuffing the stress in me. I used to use drinking as a way to stop thinking that my problems with drinking made me feel like I was sinking. So I dried up my drinking and I couldn't sleep a wink. And now I'm thinking about nothing. Fucking nothing and everything and nothing. I hate not sleeping. So
just the way that nothing, the way that whole those lines come in, we hear multiple tracks, and it's almost like he's up here saying these words down into our ear, because it's not straight on, it's kind of a down. And it gives this great separation. And then he's got some of these guitar licks that are almost like cries into the song.
Sleep a winking, now I'm thinking, now I'm thinking, now I'm thinking.
And then that build up, the dun na 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 na. I really like that because it's adding that layer of almost despair or excitement or thrill, depending on kind of how that feeling leads you. But it's a great way to build that up for the song and how it coincides with the lyrics.
Now I'm thinking about nothing, fucking nothing, and everything and nothing. I hate not sleeping, so I lie here trying to count sheep, and their bleating's repeating. My bleeding heart is beating and beating, eating. My sleep is depleting, pleading for healing. It's fleeting, longing for sleep that's so deep it's peaking. I weep in these sheets, it's doubling, doubly troubled. It's ugly, bleak, it's so bleak, it's so bleak, and I lost my mind on a line.
Just the amount of time that he puts into this. I know it's only less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but he's got so much detail in this, yet it's so airy. We get his vocals, as I mentioned before, kind of talking down in our ear, but now we've got these others that are coming in, just giving us this great separation. Then we have the back end sweeping kind of high-pitched notes on the guitar coming in.
And I lost my
the
mind
piano
on a line. I hate not sleeping. I hate not sleeping.
Oh, I hate that is over. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more after that lead out on the guitar at the end. But it's still, the way that it ends makes sense musically, because we start out, like I'd mentioned, it's nice and airy. We got this ethereal feeling. We've got a light piano. We've got his voice front and center. And then the alterations that we have between the various tracks and the voices coming in, switching then back to down to a beat with that single drum. And then we've got that low bass, just further reiterating the weight and heaviness of the struggle and of the song. And then we've kind of got some of the sweeping guitar and the way that the vocals come in at the various angles, and then how it leads out with the guitar. And I love that it still does this build. We had the guitar that helped build a little bit, then it swept its way out. And then in that last section and verse, he kind of doubled the drum beat. Again, not a lot, but still just giving a little bit more of a kick, giving us that slow progressive build along with leading out on the electric guitar. I wish it were longer, but it is so heartfelt. Like I said, I just pictured walking into a church or a cathedral and seeing this person just there talking to God or some greater being and getting that feeling. And with the way that the guitar kind of sweeps in, towards the end, we imagine that person then getting up and walking down the hall or walking down the aisle, heading out the door. And that those guitar licks at the end, that brief solo, just kind of help fading that out, almost like watching the end of a movie. Nonetheless, it's lyrically, it's so hard to hear, because I know I've learned so much about Ren and how much he was going through in the struggle and never being able to sleep, and his brain feel like it's just being cooked. I cannot fathom what he went through and the struggle and pain. And in some cases, he still does go through. But at the same time, to be able to create something so incredibly beautiful is just mind-blowing. Most people would want to give up or just lay there or do what they could just to survive and breathe. And he not only does he do that, but he's able to create something so incredibly personal, yet something so poetic and something so deep and connectable. Ren is just an incredible artist to me. Not only that, to be able to write the song and record it, and then to go through and do some of these double vocal tracks and then do the editing and mastering of it, it's just, it's absolutely remarkable. It really is. What do you think of this song? Trying to go through, still got quite a long list of Ren songs, and some of these older ones I'm trying to listen to. Knowing the kind of pain and struggle and issues he was going through at the time, is this a song that's relatable to you? Whether it be on that or just in general, it doesn't have to be about insomnia. It's obviously about just the ability to overcome something that you can't, at the moment, feel like you can overcome. It's so heartbreaking. Let me know your thoughts of this song and how you feel and connect to it. Are there other more Ren songs that you would highly recommend? I've got a list, but I want to keep adding to it. Thank you so much for listening to Melodic Logic, and until next time, please take care.